What's going on, YouTube? Did you ever invest in something thinking like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I can't lose any money. And then like every day since you bought it, silver keeps going up, so you feel safe. And then you haven't really checked what the comps are doing on a particular item. Well, this coin got smoked. This coin sucks. Nobody wants it. It's the 2025 West Point minted American Silver Eagle Laser Privy. Guys, this sucks. So I did a video on it when I got it. I did a video comparing it to the Army Privy. The Army Privy is still holding strong. Actually, it's kind of gone up. The Army Privy is still selling for around 240 bucks on eBay. So congrats to those guys, including myself, that bought that. But I know a lot of people aren't selling that coin. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, I want to buy the Laser Privy. I wanted to flip the Laser Privy. And I felt the price would go up because the mintage is the same as the Army Privy, and I was wrong. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are wrong too. So, anyways, this is it. This is the coin. I'm gonna move my screen over here so you guys can see how sucky this is. So if you guys don't recall, I think this was June or whatever when this thing shipped out, or I don't even remember the date. Um, I still got mine. I still have mine listed on eBay. Look what my dumbass is listing this for. And again, I was at that time I was pretty decently priced. People were selling their sealed boxes for like 250 when I put this listing up, however many days ago or months ago. It's been now. Maybe it's been 30 days. But yeah, I'm smoking stuff because there's no way someone's going to pay me 237.50 for this when they can get a graded one. Granted, it's not a perfectly graded one, but they can get a graded one for $124.89 from this other seller on eBay, Coins Addict. This absolutely sucks. Sucks. All right, let's see. Oh, and then like the raw ones here. Yeah, like why would they? I mean, he's got good feedback. He's got his for 137.50. And let's say this guy doesn't sell a lot of stuff, right? So again, the advantage is see if I can move this over. Man, I'm so depressed. I'm so depressed. Oh, and I'm going to tell you too what the coin shop's going to offer. It's even freaking worse. Okay, so and the coin shop I do business with supplies a lot of other coin shops in the area. It's Fox Valley Coin in Naperville. They're awesome. They're absolutely awesome. I know all those guys there. Um, so yeah. So yeah, why would someone pay 235 for mine when it's literally almost $100 less from this other seller? So I did the math on this. So this guy just wants his money back. Um, I with my store I pay eBay 27.95 a month. I got a lot of stuff listed on eBay. I mean, um, here are my sales. Okay, I did $448 in sales yesterday, which is one of my best days I think in the quarter. My goal is to sell like $100 a day of stuff, but it used to be like all coins, and now it's like I'm selling other stuff because of things like this that just like absolutely suck. Ugh. Anyways, so you can get a graded one now for $124.89 with free shipping from eBay. You can use your credit card. Nobody cares. Crazy. And you can buy one from this guy. So, anyways, what was I getting at? So I get charged 7.5% from eBay because I have a store and because I sell other things on eBay, and it makes sense for me to pay $27.95 to get a discount on the overall fees. But let's say you don't always sell stuff on eBay or you're selling for the first time, you're going to get hammered. It's like 13.6%. So I'm assuming this guy doesn't sell all the time on eBay because he only has 602 feedback. So he's probably just looking to flip it too, and he was holding on to it, and I was like, screw it, I'll just be the cheapest on eBay. So when this guy sells this for $137.50, and let's say the delivery is $450, that pays for his shipping. He will net, because eBay is going to charge him 13.6%, which is $18.70. He will net $118.80. That sucks because this coin was $105 plus $5.95. So he'll make a whole $7.95 selling the coin for $137.50. That sucks, but at least he's getting his money back. So here's where it gets worse. Seriously, guys, here's where it gets worse. So I contacted Fox Valley Coin. Today is September 25th. Silver, in case you're watching this like later on. Silver is trading at $45 and let's say $45.50. Okay. So again, like when you see silver going up like nonstop, you're like, man, I'm protected, you know. And this thing's rare. They only made 100,000 of it. They only made 100,000 of the Army Privy. Why is the Army Privy selling for 240 raw? You know, like with the original government packaging, OGP, whatever they call it. But this one sucks. So, anyways, I called the coin shop. I said, hey, I've got some American Silver Eagles listed, and I did a video on this too. So I picked these up way like $6 below spot, and dude, it's like impossible to flip silver plus pay eBay fees and actually make a profit, right? So here, let's go back to this. So the laser privy today, my local coin shop that does a shit ton of volume, they're super cool. I know them all, do a lot of business with them. They're willing to give me $100. I'm like, come on, man, I want to just get my money back. I forgot I didn't pay 85 for it. I paid 105. So when I hung up, I'm like, oh, $100 doesn't sound bad. And I'm like, wait a minute, I spent 105 plus I paid $5.95 for shipping. Like, dude, that sucks. I lose like under $11. Might as well just keep it, right? I think I'm just gonna hang on to it. So that sucks. Sorry guys, I was absolutely wrong, and I'm sure a lot of other people on YouTube who probably won't do a video like this to admit that they were wrong, but the laser privy sucks ass. I'm sorry. Now, will it recover later on? Maybe everyone that bought it is flipping it and it's come down to such a low price because every flipper is like, I want my money, I want my money. Well, now, dude, you're making like less than $8. Like, who gives an F? Is it even worth preparing a listing, printing up a tag, going to the post office, shipping it out to make it a whole $8? I mean, dude, $8, you're lucky if that buys you a freaking Happy Meal now, you know, or at a fast food joint. So anyways, that sucks. So I'm sorry. I was wrong. Speculating on the coin was wrong. But I just, dude, like everybody else, I just assumed, you know, the Army Privy's going to be awesome. It still is awesome. I'm still not selling mine. And maybe that's what it is. Like everyone probably did the same thing. They bought the Army Privy. They see that it went up in value. They're like, got this laser privy. And people are like, dude, the packaging doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, it does matter. It's got the cheap China packaging in it. It doesn't have the nice, you know, velvet. You can watch the video. I'll put a link to my video comparing the two side by side. In case you're just getting the coins, you're like, dude, what the hell is this guy talking about? So this sucks. So the laser privy is a failure. Now, here is again why I don't like selling coins, especially bullion, on eBay. Because unless you got it for $14 or $11 or below $30 back whenever, you're going to lose your ass. So, and I did a video. You can check my channel. I bought these from eBay. Okay, they came in airtight holders. They're nice. Okay, I did a whole like unboxing video. Like, are these real? I authenticated them the whole 9 yards. They come with airtights. Okay, airtights aren't cheap anymore. They're like $1.50 a piece now. These stupid airtight holders. And I'm including them with the coins. Anyways, and here it is. Like, this is the real actual coin. They're freaking nice. Okay, they're not perfect. They're not like MS70, but who cares? Like MS69, MS70, it doesn't really matter unless it's like an older date, like a 2000. Then yeah, you can get more. So, where's I getting at? All right. So I called my coin. This is where it makes sense to not sell it on eBay and just take something like this to your coin shop because you'll get more. Again, if depending on your coin shop. So with the conversation I had with Fox Valley today, and they were really busy. They're like, dude, we've been slammed since we opened. We didn't eat lunch yet. You know, I had a more personal conversation with the guy. And actually, the guy I talked to is the guy that lists stuff on eBay for the shop. He's like, I haven't had a chance to do anything, man. He's like, people are coming through the door nonstop. Okay. So they were willing, if I drive to the coin shop, which is not close by anymore. You know, I live in Elk Grove. They're in Naperville. It's a good 30-minute drive, all highway, and I got to pay tolls, which sucks. Yeah, welcome to Illinois. Just to visit my coin shop, I got to pay like $3 in tolls. Now I could take side roads, but then that adds another 15 minutes to the route. Whatever, I can decide that when I drive. So They're willing to give me 50 cents over spot on my American Silver Eagles, okay? Which is great. That's let's say that's close to 46 bucks. So if spot when I walk in there is $45.50, they're going to give me $46 per American Silver Eagle. Now, I listed this. I know you guys can't see the price. I listed this 5 coin set for $250, and I'm obviously charging shipping. Like I'm not paying for anybody's shipping. You want these coins? Fantastic. And they're actual, like, these are the actual coins you're getting versus like other sellers that just use generic pictures and you get whatever. And they're coming with airtights. Okay. So I just had someone watch this and I sent them an offer. And as I'm sending the offer, I'm like, dude, am I like shooting myself in the foot? And I am. So I told them in the offer, I took 5% off. So I could sell it to them for $237.50. Okay, eBay is going to take 7.5% from me, so that's $17.81. My net would be $219.69. Okay, so what that means in plain English, or in numbers wise, is I would be getting $43.94 per coin. Well, that doesn't make sense. I can literally get $46 if I walk into my local coin shop today. So let's do the math. I can make $2.06 more. Let's just even out the numbers. I can make $2 more per coin, not listing on eBay, not selling on eBay, not having to go to the post office, get my butt in the car, drive to my local coin shop, and I literally can make $2 more per coin. Okay, but dude, 2 times 5 is $10. Okay, so I could drive there, lose $10 on my laser privy, and gain $10 extra from not having to sell this coin at eBay. And I'm doing well. I got these $6 below spot when spot was like 42. Okay, and I did a whole video on it. Maybe I'm a little off on that, but I got these like $6 below spot. So that's where it sucks to sell your bullion on eBay unless you inherited it, unless you know what you're doing, you have a good following, you have really choice, unique coins. If it's just bullion, you are just wasting your time listing that on eBay. Now, I get it. Not everyone has a local coin shop, or people have to drive really, really far, or they live in an area where like nobody wants the silver and they're like paying $5 below spot, or you're in Florida where they got to hold it for 30 days and they suck. They just don't want to pay you whatever. I get it. Then you have to compare eBay, but just make sure you pay attention to the fees. Don't just be like, "Oh, I sold it for $250. I'm making $250." It's like, no, dude. eBay takes their fees. So if eBay's taking from you, if you don't have a store, if they're taking 13.6%, compare that to what the local coin shop is gonna, or the pawn shop that you're bringing your bullion into is gonna give you. Now, I'm in a very affluent area. I'm like 10 minutes from O'Hare Airport. It's the largest airport in, I think, the world or the United States still, maybe. And there is like a retailer around here that advertises, we'll buy your gold, we'll buy your silver, we'll buy your antiques, we'll buy all your crap. I walked in there with some gold and I'm like, what are you guys paying? And I was assuming it would be close to 90%. Because when you're bringing in scrap gold, you should get anywhere from 80 to 90%, depending on like what you're bringing in. And they're like, we're paying 70. I'm like, that freaking sucks. I'm like, why would you only? And I'm like, honestly, that sucks. Because I just went in there. I wanted to have them scan some stuff to see if it was real gold or not. Had some like older 10 karat or 9 karat, antique jewelry fashion jewelry that's not really marked. And they were totally rude to me. So I'm like, well, I just so you know, like the coin shop I go to, which is literally like 15 minutes away, is paying 90. And they're like, wow, really? They buy scrap gold? It's like, yeah, duh. So anyways, that's why Fox Valley's busy and this local place is not so busy. But they unfortunately take advantage of a lot of older people or people in the area that just don't want to do the research and they get crushed. So do your research before you sell your bullion locally. So anyways, what's the moral of the story? We sucked on the laser privy. I hope it goes back up. At this point, I'm just going to freaking keep it. I'm going to still keep my listing out there for $235, but what a freaking waste of time. I was hoping to make some money on it to, offset the premiums we all paid for the Army Privy. And then getting Eagles below spot was great. Selling on eBay, even with my discount, and selling all the other stuff on eBay, absolutely does not make sense. And here's why I hesitate from just driving to my coin shop, besides the fact that it's 30 minutes away, is when I go in there, I don't just go in there and then I take money and I leave. I go in there, I spend time, I like to see what's going around, how busy they are. I go look at their Dansko albums. They'll sell me their Dansko albums for like $10 a piece, and I'll sell them and make $10. I'll double my money on the Danskos if they have any decent ones there. Um, I'll look at the silver scrap bin and the not the gold scrap bin. It's too expensive for me, but the silver scrap bin, and I want to show you why I do that. Okay. Okay. This real turquoise, Navajo inspired old pawn piece of jewelry I got at my local coin shop. Okay. They sell it at a buck. Well, at the time, silver was a little bit lower, but at the time, they sold it to me for $1.50 per gram. This thing weighs 22 grams. Okay. So I paid $33 for this piece of jewelry. All right. And then I sold it for 112. So I definitely made money. So when I walk into my coin shop, I'm not just liquidating to walk out with funds, but while I'm there and I've already spent the 30 minutes there, I feel with my skill set, I know how to sell. I shouldn't say. I know how to recognize good silver unique pieces that people want, buy them at $1.50 per gram or whatever it's going to be today, and then present that on eBay and make money on it. Okay, way, way, way easier than trying to find a choice coin, sending it to get graded. Maybe you get lucky, it gets upgraded, whatever, making your money that way. It's like no. I look at the silver scrap bin at my coin shop, and again, my coin shop's really, really busy. So you have to take advantage of uh, the things that are available to you at the time. You know, uh, hold on. This is another piece. Okay, I this is a 16 gram. This other Navajo piece here. Uh, Paid $24 for it. Sold it for 121. Okay, so you guys understand this? Does make sense to you? Okay, now Dansko. I bought a lot of Danskos when I was there last time. I think I picked up like 15 albums. I've sold all of them except one. I think I have one Walking Liberty Dansko album left. So probably not going to be buying those. But here, let me show you my Danskos. Okay, these are all the Dansko albums that I sold from the last time I went into my coin shop. They're all really, really nice. Look at that one, $61.75 because it was a very, very unique one. It was a date set, uh, which is weird, right? You think, oh, all Morgan Silver Dollar Dansko albums will sell for like $20, $30. No, you can find some special ones at your coin shop. So, anyways, the moral of the story is we got screwed on the laser privy. I might still bring that to my coin shop and lose $10, but then if I'm walking in my coin shop and losing $10 in my mind, I will reinvest that loss because right now the $110 I spent on laser privy is not doing anything for me right now, and I'm not going to make $8 on eBay selling it. That's stupid. I would rather take that money, take the $10 punch in the face, grab 10 Dansko albums for 10 bucks each, flip them all on eBay, make $10 profit. So take that 100, turn it into 200, and then also look at the silver junk jewelry bin, and maybe I can find a couple more pieces. So that's my goal. So does that make sense? So I'm going to walk in with the 5 silver eagles, get 50 cents over spot for those. I'm going to walk in with my laser privy and get what they're going to willing to pay on that, which they told me their phone was 100. Maybe I can talk them into 105. I'm like, dude, please just give me my money back. And then I'm going to look at their Dansko albums, and I'm going to look at their silver scrap jewelry. And then based on what I end up finding, I'll decide if I'm going to keep the laser privy or not. Does that make sense? So that's how I think. That's how I make money. That's how I still enjoy the hobby. And sucks. But that's reality. That's the environment we're in. So appreciate you guys watching my channel. Hopefully you've learned something. And again, if your coin shop sells Dansko albums for 10 bucks, used ones, I'm not talking new ones, don't sleep on them. Go grab them. They didn't give the seller the coins, the albums with the coins in it, any money for the Dansko. So to the coin shop, make 10 bucks, get that stuff out of there. Maybe your coin shop throws them in the garbage. Maybe check that stuff out. There might be some really, really nice ones in there. And I have sold one for well over 100 bucks for a frickin' album because it said Littleton Coin Company on the side. So if you watch my channel, when you're looking at Danskos, if you find one that says Littleton Coin Company, so it's a Dansko album, brown like this, but it says Littleton on it, they're worth over 100 bucks. They're super rare. And then if you want to dive into jewelry, look for Navajo or American Indian inspired jewelry with turquoise in it. That's what the ladies like. That's what the dudes like. That's what people down south wear. That's what people up here in Illinois wear that visited Arizona or went somewhere, Texas or whatever. People like that stuff. People that drive Harleys and stuff, they like to wear turquoise. Okay, I know the new modern generation's all about chrome hearts, which they don't even use real silver, and they're willing to pay $500 for a hoodie. But the people with actual money that aren't putting it towards dumb stuff will invest 100 bucks or more on a very nice bracelet, on something very unique that is handmade or made to look like it's made by an artist with American Indian inspiration. And that doesn't mean these are actually made by American Indians. And the problem is, too, when you're out there at estate sales or garage sales, they're never marked. Like the real good stuff's never marked. But I know at my coin shop, they've already scanned it. They know it's silver. I know if it's not marked and it's made of real silver, that turquoise pieces in there are absolutely real. And a real simple test for turquoise, touch it with your hand. If it's cold to the touch, it's a real stone. If it's not cold to the touch, it's a piece of plastic Chinese garbage. You wouldn't want to pick up the jewelry anyways, and chances are it's not even made out of silver anyways. It wouldn't even be in the junk bin. So hopefully this helps you guys with your adventures. I don't even know what I'm going to title this, but if you watched it, you might have learned something. So I'll do a follow-up video when I go to my coin shop. And I got I got a peace dollar that nobody wants. Anyways, this video, well, I might as well show you. I'll show you guys. So depressing. Nobody wants my 1934 Denver minted peace dollar that's AU clean for $46. And I did find this in the cull bin. And at the time, I got this for 30 bucks. I'm sure the cull bin's now 33, 34, maybe 35 bucks. So I might just bring this in with me and make the $4, which is just me going, buying it when it was cheaper and then trading it in. And yeah, I probably would do that because at this point I'm probably making under, around 10 bucks if I sell this for 46.55. I've had this listed for 2 months. Nobody wants it. Nobody cares. No one's collecting numismatics. I mean, they care, but they want the best. They don't want the mediocre. So no one's filling albums now. People are dying, and then the family members or whoever they leave the collection to, they're bringing it to the coin shop and they're just liquidating. So this stuff's everywhere. So, but I do that. I'll look at the call bin and look for key dates. And my local coin shop's so busy. They got some awesome key dates, man. Morgan's too, not just peace dollars. Um, and I found some like 1900s with S's on it. They never have Carson Cities in there, but I found some pretty nice key date or semi key date Morgans in the past, which I'm getting at call price, but I wouldn't pick it up unless I could sell it for at least double because it's going to sit and it's going to take a while to sell. But anyways, that's me. That's how I do it. You do it however you want to do it. But right now, it's rough. It's rough out there. And I had an awesome day yesterday, guys. I sold over $400 of stuff on eBay. That's crazy. I don't do this full time, guys. I do this for fun. Look at this. I sold so much it doesn't like look, this is like a $260 day. This one right here it doesn't even show up. Like you can't even see the number. I think I gotta click this. Yeah, look at this. In the last 7 days. Look at that. $446. That's insane for me. Now, granted, I got like over 40 grand worth of stuff listed in my shop, over 1,600 items. So yeah, I better be selling, $400 or whatever a day. But my goal is 100. My goal literally is 100. So, anyways, this video's gone on long enough. And again, I apologize for the laser privy. I thought it would be hot. Maybe you guys have followed my channel too. Um, watch some other YouTubers about coins and stuff and all that. My main focus is more like on flipping stuff on eBay and stuff. I enjoy it more. It's way more profitable. But I apologize. I made a mistake. Hopefully it goes up later, but I don't know, man. People just don't care right now. The true collectors, the good stuff is still going to remain hot. The stuff that nobody wants is getting dumped, and it sucks. So, anyways, have a good one, guys. Appreciate you watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you learned something today. See you later. Bye-bye.